What is going on, Dragon Ball fans? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Q&A here today. If you guys have any questions that you guys want to go ahead and share with me, drop them down below. Lots of questions to get through here today. Right off the bat, I want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for the overwhelming support for the first episode. I've gotten tons of questions that pertains to Dragon Ball, and I'm going to try my very best to get through as many as I possibly can. Keep in mind, guys, I will be continuing this series. It's going to be an ongoing thing, so if you guys have any questions of your own, to go ahead and drop them down below. And don't feel too bad. I will try to get to as many people as I possibly can. So without wasting any time, let's begin with our very first question. Before I get into that, if you guys haven't already subscribed to my second channel, what the hell are you guys waiting for? Go ahead and check it out down below. Subscribe to UnrealEnt Network. The link will be down in the description. So without wasting any time, let's begin with our very first question from Mutant Soda. Hey Alex, hope this makes it onto your fan mail DBZ Q&A video. Big fan of your work, love your humor, and your last episode of Q&A was great. Thank you. Going to rewatch it again. So here are my questions. Question number 1: if Zeno is supposed to be the most high and the source of all power within 12 universes, then how did he ever come into existence? Was he created or did he create himself? Good question. Question number 2: what if Broly was canon? Oh god, not this. Do you think his story would have made sense, being that he demolished everyone on his own with no effort? Would it be any different if Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan fought him? Oh, there would be a huge difference right there. Question number 3: do you believe that if One Cell Jr. managed to escape, that it would have had the greatest chance of defeating the Z Fighters when it got older and stronger, or would the Saiyans still be able to destroy? Remember, Cell Jr. was equal to a Super Saiyan in its smaller stage, so what about when it gets older? Thanks, Alex. Thank you, man. Well, to answer your first question, if Zeno's supposed to be the strongest of the strong, then how exactly did he come into existence? I would have to say that we'll probably never even know, but it's a very strong question nonetheless, because Zeno is supposed to be the strongest of everyone that we know of thus far, him having to destroy all 6 universes prior to the 12 being existent and whatnot. So him having so much power, you know, like, you have to question yourself and say, well, did he create himself? Was he the one that created all of the multiverses? I mean, we do know of him putting like the Gods of Destruction in charge in terms of having titles, because we saw how he kind of teased Beerus and Champa of revoking their titles of Gods of Destruction and appointing other beings to take their role. So I'm pretty sure that he has authority to go ahead and just, you know, do placement matters and stuff, like whoever he deems fit to be a certain position, he can do that. But in terms of him creating himself, again, I don't think we'll ever know, because there could be someone even above Zeno that we don't know about, but the chances of that are slim to none. So I think to answer that question, I would have to leave that into the hands of the audience. So comment down below, let me know, guys. Do you guys think that Zeno was created, or did he create himself? Even if he did create himself, was he the one responsible for creating the multiverse? Comment down below and let me know. It's a very interesting theory, but I would have to say yes and no, because again, if he is supposed to be the pinnacle of all power, you would assume that he created himself, but maybe he was always there from the beginning, you know? Like, it's a very controversial question to even, you know, pose, but it's a very strong one nonetheless. To answer your second question, if Broly was canon and he fought Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan would wreck him. Anybody out there who believes otherwise, I'm sorry to say, but we saw what Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan was able to do against Cell, and he made Cell out to be a fool. So against Broly, however, I think that Gohan's gonna have to try just a little harder, because Broly is really unpredictable in terms of his movements, in terms of how he operates. So if Broly was canon, would his story make sense? Maybe, because he was the last survivor to survive Frieza's planetary explosion, but him having to pursue Goku and only Goku is kind of like, it's kind of watered down in a way. Maybe if he had like a different agenda, maybe a different motive as to why he hates not only Goku but everyone else, that would be a little bit more refreshing, because for him to hunt down Goku and just scream out Kakarot all the damn time, it just becomes so repetitive at times to like see and hear. But in terms of him fighting SSJ2 Gohan, I'm sorry, but Gohan would beat the crap out of him. Now, certain people might say, well, Broly was so strong even as a legendary Super Saiyan, like not even SSJ2 can take him on. And I highly refute that comment, because I think that if anybody became a Super Saiyan 2, Broly would have got fucked. So I can't see Broly holding his own against Gohan, especially during that time. And to answer your last question, if Cell Jr. managed to survive, what would have happened? That's a very good question because the Cell Juniors were pretty strong. So anybody out there who's saying, oh no, those little shits were weak, the Cell Juniors were really, really strong. So if one of them survived and was able to pretty much leave the planet and like pursue training somewhere else, perhaps even the guidance of like different beings and different creatures and stuff, and came back, then yeah, sure. Because keep in mind that Cell has the genetic material of Frieza, in which case we saw Frieza train for a few months and he became as strong as a Super Saiyan Blue. So Cell retains those genetics, and if he was able to train for an X amount of time and come back, I think that Cell Jr. would just be absolutely just strong as hell in terms of power. Being that, you know, he does also possess Cell's DNA. It's pretty twisted, but to even think of one of them surviving would be pretty cool. But even if one survived and came back, I think the Z Fighters would take them down, especially like Goku and Vegeta and stuff. I can't see Cell Jr. surviving for that long and being able to catch up in terms of power. I really can't see that. So, but anyways, Mr. Mutant Soda, thank you for the questions, my friend, and I hope you have a wonderful day, bro. So now we move on to the next question, which is from James Alexander. Greetings from the UK, mate. Greetings. It's late, but I needed to ask you these DB questions. Question 1, if Champa ended up fighting Hit, doesn't matter if it was before or after Goku, would Champa completely destroy Hit, or would Hit stand a chance of winning? Question number 2, if Vegeta fought Perfect Cell, in your opinion, with Killing Allowed, who would win? Question number 3, if Hit ended up fighting Vegito during that tournament with Killing Allowed, who wins? I say Hit because he has time skip. Vegito would not be able to keep up if Hit kept improving, plus he jokes too much. Question 4, why couldn't Android 18 just fill in for Majin Buu at the tournament? Wouldn't that have made more sense? Question 5, how come Vegeta and Goku don't train with Goten and Trunks to help them? Are they not worthy? Well, I mean, a lot of people can often say that, but thank you for the questions. To answer your first question, if Champa fought Hit, right off the bat, I would have to say Champa wins. Champa is one of those characters that you can't really underestimate just because he's fat. He throws a temper tantrum. He has his moments where he's just really, really annoying. But I would have to say, even with Hit's Toki Tobashi time leap ability, I would have to say that I don't think Champa would allow him to gradually progress and get stronger throughout that duration. So I think that Champa would actually get the win over Hit. However, if anybody out there feels differently, if anybody out there feels as if Hit is actually that much of a worthy opponent to Champa, comment down below and let me know, because I still stand on Team Champa for this one. Even while he was pretty much directing his comments towards Kaba, when Goku and Hit, you know, pretty much looked in his direction, yeah, he got a little nervous, but it's not like it actually affected him. So I do think that if the situation came about where he fought Hit after or before Goku, needless to say, if it was before Goku, I would have to say that Champa wins, because Hit would not be able to improve so much. But if this was after Goku and Hit had time to pretty much recuperate and just, you know, come back to his natural ways of his power, then I would have to say that Champa still takes the cake. People just don't seem to understand how powerful Champa truly is. I mean, he was able to, and this could be argued against, but he was actually able to keep up against Beerus and stuff. So, depending on how you look at it, Champa is in a class of his own. So against Hit, I would have to say that, simply put, Champa beats Hit in all aspects. Not unless, of course, you know, Hit had like some crazy ass training and he was actually improving even after the Universal Tournament. Like, that would be completely different. But of course, since we're talking during the duration of the tournament, if they actually fought, my money is completely going to be on Champa. So to answer your second question, Perfect Cell or Magenta or Magenta, however it is you want to say his name, I would have to go with Perfect Cell. Perfect Cell always has a uniqueness to him that he can use to his advantage, and so if Cell fought Magenta, I do think Cell would win. Cell's very cunning. He's so very cunning, and he just refuses to lose. Although having direct attacks to him, you know, with via punching and kicking him won't do much, I think Cell would have to pretty much charge up a very powerful attack to stop Magenta. But then again, Magenta was seen, you know, holding his own against Vegeta. So, but then again, once Vegeta insulted him, I mean, like the second he insulted him, like, that was it. So, for me, my money's on Cell. To answer your third question, if Hit fought Vegito, oh man. All right, so you're saying that Hit wins because of the time leap and because Vegito goofs off too much. Yeah, Vegito goofs off too much, but in a situation to where Vegito notices that Hit keeps on improving, I think that, yes, you're right, Vegito would keep toying around until Hit becomes powerful enough to probably hold his own against Vegito. But in the end, in the realm of reality, I think that Vegito would easily topple Hit. Especially as a Super Saiyan Blue, I don't think that Hit has any sort of chance. Given the circumstance that Vegito can transcend power and the Potara earrings make him that much stronger than anything else, I think that Vegito's powers alone would be enough to pretty much put, Hit down. Now, for those of you out there that are leaning more towards Hit on this one, I would have to say that I can see why some people are saying Hit, and that's because he's able to pretty much move without you seeing him, and given the circumstance that once he fought Kaioken times 10 Super Saiyan Blue Goku, he was able to utter out so many shots until, Goku pretty much fell down. So I can see where certain people are coming from, but in the reality realm, I mean, having 2 Super Saiyan Blues fuse using the Potara earrings, it would make him that much stronger, so I don't think Hit stands any sort of chance. To answer your fourth question, yes, I mean, I would have loved to see Android 18 fill in, but then again, I don't think 18 is a fighter anymore. She's more or less a mom. She's a wife. Boo had a lot of moments. Boo had so many opportunities to create more moments for himself, but he just chose not to. So it's actually quite concerning if you ask me, because Majin Buu had all the opportunity in the world to enter this tournament and pretty much absorb people and do all sorts of stuff, but he fell asleep for his own right, so it was what it was. And to answer your final question, why doesn't Goku and Vegeta train Goten and Trunks? That is a very good question. Now, whether they're not worthy or not is up in the air. I don't think Goku and or Vegeta have time to devote to their sons, although it sounds really messed up. It's true, like Vegeta and Goku can only do so much for themselves before doing things for others. So it'll be really awesome to see Goku train his son and Vegeta train his son, but in the realm of reality, they're competing against one another. So what good can come out of training Goten and Trunks for them? You get what I'm saying? So only Goten and Trunks can benefit and reap the rewards of training with their fathers, but in the end, like what is in it for Goku and Vegeta? So, but anyways, Mr. James, thank you for the questions, my friend, and I hope you have a wonderful day, bro. Now moving on to the next question, which is from Go101. Hey dude, love your channel, I watch it all the time. Cheers from Austria. Cheers, mate. Alright, question number 1. What would happen in the Buu saga if Goku couldn't come back for the day? Ooh, shit would have went down, let me just say. Question 2. Vegeta seemed to be looking forward to fighting Gohan at the tournament back in DBZ. So what do you think would have happened if adult Gohan fought Vegeta? That would have been awesome. Question 3. Would you marry Bulma, become rich, Android 18, have a badass wife, or Videl, ride or die chick? Cheers, Alex. That's a very good question. To answer your first question, if Goku never came back for the day, oh my god, like everyone would have been dead, don't you guys think? Like Vegeta would have been, alright, Vegeta blew himself up, he's dead. Gohan would have been with the Supreme Kai, he would have been doing his thing. But then again, without Goku's aid to help him break the Z-Sword, he would have still had the sword, thus not unlocking the Elder Kai. So I don't think that he would have had the ability to become ultimate or mystic, as you guys want to put it. So he wouldn't have his ultimate potential unlocked, therefore causing Buu to pretty much murder everyone. And then once it came down to Gohan versus Buu, all Gohan would have been relying on was on that sword, and then if that failed him, that would have been it. So yeah, if Goku never came back, think about it, guys. Everyone would have been dead. If Goku never came back, I think that they probably would have sent Vegeta again, as King Yama did it. But then again, I really doubt that even with Vegeta coming back again, he would have stood a chance. So I think it would have been very, very grim. Kid Buu would have never been formed. Super Buu would have been doing his own thing. There wouldn't have been a fusion, so you can disregard the whole fusion thing. Goten and Trunks would have been dead, Piccolo would have been dead, and it all boils down to Gohan, to be honest. It would have been Super Buu versus Gohan in the finals, and that would have been like the be-all, end-all determination on whether or not the universe lives or not. So, ultimately enough, as I said, it would have came down to that, but in retrospect, since he did come back, it also served him a lot of justice. But even though when he came back, like, more people died and a lot of things happened, they still had, more justice behind his return. So, to answer your second question, if Gohan fought Vegeta, that would have been awesome. I'm more towards Vegeta on this one, only because Gohan did not get stronger during that time of peace. We already know that. And so Vegeta, at that time was exceptionally more powerful than he was before. So I think that actually definitely serves him a huge advantage, because Gohan was, you know, too stuck studying and hanging out with girls and whatever, and Vegeta's been busting his ass. So in a one-on-one battle, I would have to say Vegeta. Vegeta definitely pwns Gohan. Like, there's no question about that, not even in the least. And to answer your final question, would I marry Bulma, become rich, 18, and have a badass wife, or Videl, ride or die chick? Well, Videl seems more family-oriented than anyone else, I would have to say. So if you guys are really looking to settle down, I mean, you wife up Videl. Bulma has the most money, so you can have sex with her all over the place, in the jacuzzi, in space, on a different planet, inside the Capsule Corp, in a spaceship. Like, she'll take your ass everywhere, and she will show you a good time. Android 18, she's a badass wife. She'll fight for you. She's more along the lines of the one that wears the pants in the relationship, even though I think she is probably the hottest one amongst all three of them. 18 is definitely the hottest, so I would have to say probably 18, but then again, I'm leaning more towards Bulma, because Bulma just seems like when she's not in a bad mood, she can get down and sticky, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm gonna have to go with Bulma, become rich, and then ultimately just become a Saiyan myself. So anyways, Mr. Goten, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a very, very awesome day. And once again, everybody, I do want to say thank you guys for watching this week's edition of Dragon Ball Q&A. If you guys have any Dragon Ball questions of your own, drop them down below. I thank you guys for watching. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe for more daily content. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like and a rating, all that good shit down below. Thank you all for watching. Once again, don't forget to help share and spread the video all over. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week, and I'll be seeing you all in the next edition of Dragon Ball Q&A. Take it easy, guys. Peace!